Well, let's see if I can get myself in the picture. That was, as you saw, I had a good morning. This afternoon was a bust. I went deep into the heart of the belly of the beast of Winterpeg to try and find the St. Andrew's Cemetery. I'm sure I hate to look up my paperwork and find out that I was probably wrong, because I found St. James Cemetery, and that's old enough, but that's an Anglican. St. Andrew's would have been Presbyterian. I was trying to find the grave of William Hallett, and the lady at the Tourist Bureau at Emerson gave me that address, and it is a, what would you call, well, the word is a concrete jungle, I guess. It is a sad thing what has happened to that area, which was sort of the founding area of Winnipeg and stuff like that. It's just a massive wall-to-wall, bumper-to-bumper traffic, and it's concrete and steel and pavement, and just couldn't believe it. I even did a few turns around the block where I could not even find the address she gave me. Couldn't find that 2100 block whatsoever. So yeah, after battling my way in there, I went right through the belly of the beast. I went right past the train station where Eunice said she came out in the winter. I went past the legislative buildings. Just, you know, follow those little maple leaf Trans-Canada signs, and nose to tail traffic. Just absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane. But anyway, so now I'm kind of not retracing my steps. I'm making a circuit here. I'm heading back south towards Emerson. I don't know if, I mean, it's still kind of early. I don't know if Emerson will be my nighttime location again or not, or somewhere down here. I still haven't hit up I should have, while I was in the city, hit up a grocery store, but it was a madhouse. That city's a madhouse. So yeah, so I'm heading south. There's a couple little places along the way. Morris or something like that. I might look for groceries there. And depending on the time, but I mean, looking at the sky, I don't think I want to be camping tonight. It is looking even worse than it was last night. So we'll get back on the original mission. Holy mackerel, I'm being passed by semis. The original mission to follow the 49th parallel west by rural roads. So that's what I look forward to tomorrow, if not for the rest of the day. We'll see where I end up. One man's journey. Well, finally, it's been quite the day. Partly successful, partly crap, but here I'm back at Emerson, where I started this morning. It was a completely different day, sunny day. And so over there would be Fort Dufferin in the trees over there. Emerson here. And there's the border buildings there. So there's the 49th parallel somewhere there. But we're going to take this road here. To start with anyway, it's even marked as the Northwest Mounted Police Route and the Boundary Commission Road. And that's supposed to be William, huh. That's the guy I was trying to find the grave of in the town there. Anyway, I'm gonna head off late in the day, and it looks like it might turn crappy weather here, and we'll see how it goes. tidbit I thought maybe I'd throw in right here. This is all Mennonite country now. And yeah, see, because it's all farmed. This would have been bald ass prairie when the Border Commission and the Mounties came through here. But one of the reasons why the Border Commission, especially the British and Canadians, were busy trying to get it done was because they were going to be opening up this area for settlement, and there was these huge parcels for Mennonites coming from Russia. Of course, they're German, but they had been in Russia for years. And so between 1874, 75, and 1879, this tracks that we're actually driving through right now were open to these Mennonite settlers. And I don't like the way I said that. Settlers, pioneers. These pioneers, and so they had to hurry up and get this survey complete, because they surveyed back. They started off at 6 miles back, and then they cheaped out, went to 3 miles back, until at the far west end they went back to 6 miles again. But it was the idea that so that when they would be laying out these properties for these people, they'd have pins to go by. And I think I have at home, I have a atlas of Nova Scotia, or actually it's an atlas of Pictou County from 1879, but they have maps of Canada at the time in 1879, and they have a map of the square little block was Manitoba, and there was sections left blank which were for the Mennonite settlement. So this looks all lush and well maintained and looked after and farmed and what have you. But you have to remember, in 1873, 1874, this was just bald prairie. Okay, let's start this little video here. I just pulled off on this road to, this is Haskett in southern Manitoba. The next stop, if I should have had the video running, because it was really neat, because of the road signs all said Valhalla. So if anybody was wondering, they thought Valhalla was in, you know, Scandinavia someplace. No, it's at the Highway 32 south from Winkler. You cross into the States, and Valhalla is in North Dakota. But anyway, I did turn off at Haskett because I want to keep going west. And the next feature that the Boundary Commission and the Mounties would have come to, you can see in the distance, maybe not, we'll see it as we get closer, but in this, you know, don't mention this flat land and this flat land, but there in the west is a rise. It is higher than the surrounding lands, and this has to do, I gather, with the Pembina River. And we'll just head west toward the Pembina River. Just a quick glancing at my maps here. There's Winkler. Yeah, well, this is, yeah, there's going to be a little jog and jig and jag before I get, I guess, Pembina Provincial Valley Park. Provincial Park is where we'll maybe end up. We'll see. I'm heading in that direction. Let's fire this sucker up and see where we end up. Oh boy, this is a really, really washboardy road. Must be, that's the trouble. All these little country roads, you think you're out in the middle of nowhere, but of course it's all just farm after farm after farm. So it's probably big grain trucks and potato trucks and all kinds of stuff hauling all kinds of, so the roads are just beat to crap. There is a lot more paved roads than one would have thought, but otherwise, no, this is beat to crap gravel roads and farms everywhere. At the time of the Boundary Commission, 1873, they would have set out this way first, and then again in 1874. head of the Northwest Mounted Police. This was, again, this was just prairie, and it was probably something of interest, you know. They would, after seeing nothing but horizontal horizon, 180, here up ahead, the land is rising up, and I wouldn't be even surprised if there was, you know, some of these woodlands that you can see. I can't, threat of beating myself to pieces here. I can't get up to 60 kilometers an hour on this road. Who knows? Oh, there's a cemetery full of, Pasket Cemetery full of Mennonites, I guess. Who knows if this is, well, road conditions will change, but I mean, I'm having to shift north to one of the semi-paved roads to make a little bit better time. This is crazy. But from what I can see in the distance, this road goes up and over the hill, so this may continue on. I mean, just to the left, to the south, is the 49th parallel, so we're fairly close to the line along this particular roadway. You know, I hear meadowlarks. You know, I thought that would be one of the first things I would mention, is that I can hear the meadowlarks. Mourning doves everywhere. But I think it was yesterday I was hearing meadowlarks even before I was noticing it. It was on one of the videos as I reviewed. And the other thing I haven't mentioned either is, I mean, as soon as we entered Quebec, I think it was, I started seeing the red-winged blackbirds. But of course, out here, they're particularly on the highways for some reason. And then I don't know if you can tell in the camera on the ditches, they've been slightly mowed, but those are wild roses. You can kind of see the pinkish, but they're all stunted because, well, those ones are yellow, so that isn't them. But they're kind of stunted because I think they mowed the shoulder or ran a grader over it or whatever. Anyway, so they're only about, I don't know, 8 inches high or something like that. So it is June, so mind you, they're looking pretty pale, but the roses are in bloom. What else interesting have I seen that is typically prairie? Well, it is actually interesting that because there is virtually no pasture land here. And I think those are maybe red-winged blackbirds right there. No pasture land, and yet there's it's corn, in fact, on one side. And you can hear the western meadowlarks. I would have thought that they would have been off to someplace a little more prairie-ish. But yeah, I suppose if there's places to nest and things to eat, they might be just as happy where they are. I hope my voice is coming. Oh, I gotta, I'll hit my wiper, it'll make a big mess. All the bugs here, oh jeez. Yeah, I think that kind of, what's happening is my defroster is, maybe I should just not defrost. My defroster is fogging up the window. I'm going to shut this down. Okay, we're a little bit closer here, and I did some work on my windshield with the bug spray, and this is kind of like the first hill climb in this flat land, this Borderlands paintball. Oh, cool. Can't be all Mennonites then. But here we go into some some uplands. been quite the, oops, I got a stop sign even. Would have been quite the break, especially if you're, you know, all these oxen teams and stuff like that. One thinks about it even earlier, say, even, you know, the 1860s and 1850s when the Métis from Red River were coming out to hunt the buffalo. You know, in the early years, they wouldn't have had to go all that far. Like, they eventually ended up going way into the Dakotas and into Sioux territory to hunt buffalo. But at the beginning, these hills here, they probably would have been, they almost look like ash trees. Anyway, you know, these uplands here would have been a little bit cooler and maybe provided a breeze for the bison to fend off the... Oh, there's coos in the field with Angus, mix of some kind. But anyway, yeah, there would have been buffalo up here, and maybe there would have been some, you know, springs and water and stuff like that. This would have been a nice place for the early Métis buffalo hunters to on their way south from the Red River. In fact, it probably would have been a bit of a break for them as well. Something different than days and days their ox carts crossing the floodplain or following the floodplain of the Red River. Let's see where this is going. What kind of panorama we get when we reach the top. Nice trees. They are nice trees. Ash trees. Those were all oak down at Fort Duffer. Oh. Not very crest yet. Give one more hilltop. See if we can see anything. Oh, the view in the other way is impressive. I might stop when I get to the top and turn the camera around. Let's see, it looks like little irrigation ditches and stuff like that. This is all corn up here. Interesting that they cut corn at the top of the hill. And there's another hill. Okay. Well, that was interesting. My handle wouldn't. My control handle wouldn't. Here, I'll get it so you can see me. My control handle wouldn't activate the camera. I had to use my phone still on the dash. But anyway, I'm on the top of this hill where I just pulled over a minute ago, and I just thought I'd show you. That's the way we came. That'd be the Red River Valley down below. This is quite a vista, actually. I don't know how easy it is to see. It's kind of a hazy morning. There was a little bit of rain last night. But not much. And hopefully the breeze won't interfere with the sound, but you can see where we were. And then the 49th parallel would be off south there. Ooh, the wind that shakes the corn. And then I see cows grazing in the field there. And that's off towards the Pembina River. You can hear me. That's the Pembina River is that way, and that's where we're going to go. So I just thought this is a very interesting. I wonder if some of the earlier settlers were pleased to get this hilltop. Would have been a little cooler, although maybe not as rich lands. But anyway, here we'll. Oh, you can see myself. There's a little buff doing valor service. I don't know if I can shut this off from here. I'll have to do it. No, I'll have to shut it off here. I'll show you. Here you see my phone is doing the work here, and I have no controls. So I'm going to shut the video off and then I'll probably shut the phone off so I can work the camera from the handle, and I won't mount it on the dash until there's another reason to do so. Anyway, here we go. Now this is curious. This is this Pembina Valley Provincial Park, and you come through this stand of spruce trees. I guess I'm out of it already. There was some kind of nature center, interpretive center back there, but it was just so weird to come out of the farmland like that into this. This will tell us anything about the Boundary Commission's crossing here. I don't know. I'll let you know in a minute. Well, I guess what we got here is your typical park picnic area, I guess. Doesn't look like it's particularly for camping at all. More like picnicking, really. There's water on there. Whether or not it has anything to do with the Boundary Commission, maybe we'll have a quick peek at their sign and their kiosk thing and see if it tells us anything here. Okay. See, old man. Here, where's my handle? Climb out of vehicle. Listen. I hear a vehicle somewhere way off. Wow. Otherwise, it's quite quiet. Where's the birds that you were listening to? Ah, there's trails. Valley trails. Pembina Rim, Oakwoods, Porcupine Ridges, Valley Vistas, Whitetail Hollows, Hawk Hills. Just, oh, by the way, I saw a whitetail as we were coming up out of the river valley. One came flying out. There's a lookout point. Where's the "you are here" thing? Maybe this is a "you here" anyway. I do not have the time. Oh, can I reach in for one of these? This is, oh yeah, I'll take that souvenir. And let's see what the marker here says over here. No, Nature Conservancy, Pembina Valley Provincial Park. Good for them. But, like I said, we're on our quest here. We're following the trail, the mighty trail that no longer exists, of the 1873-74 Boundary Commission and whatever Mountie from 1874 trail intersects. The one is basically following the other four now. Eventually the Mounties shear off for whatever reasons, and I make, in my manuscript, I make my opinions known there. So anyway, see you down the road. One man's journey.